Okay, this is a little bit of an update, because what I ended up doing, I ended up using these Moore and Wright dividers to score those lines, because the compasses just weren't giving me enough accuracy, and that is plenty. And it doesn't matter that they're scored, because all of that's going to get turned away. I've also scored in a 25mm diameter, so that I can just create a little flat just for the, so that the drill can bite onto a flat rather than trying to bite onto the surface. I've turned right, the other thing I've done is I've created a 19mm tenon on the end of this foot. That will go away. I've got enough meat left on the foot. There's a little plug in there, that's what's stopping me. There we go. So now I turned it, right, that was this way round originally. So I drilled this side, flipped it round at 19mm, flipped it round onto this mandrel, jam chuck, whatever it is. It's got a nice flat reference surface and a tenon. And I've drilled the other side, so I've got a hole right the way through the poles. Now what I'm going to do next is get it in the jam chuck and do the same, create a flat, one at a time. I'll create the flat, 25mm flat. I have to step drill on this drill. I step from like an 8 up to a 19 in steps, to because this just isn't powerful enough to drill that 19mm hole all at once. I'm also thinking about, in advance, I have to put a little bit of tissue in there just to hold it solid enough for the drilling operation. There we go. Anyway, that's gonna, the foot is going to be 32mm, and I'm going to put a 25mm tenon, not very deep, maybe 4mm or something. So one of these holes will be out to 25mm. To fit it onto the foot once that little temporary tenon's turned off. That's how the foot and the ball, I'm just thinking that through now, so that I know that I'm not doing anything that where I find I can't do it later on. I turned the other end of this to spherical in this configuration, and it's working quite well. So now I'm ready for the sphere chuck. I've got to remove the little pin, next thing I'll come back with that. Right, something else I'm doing now, it's in the chuck. I've got to enlarge that hole a little bit, it doesn't draw back far enough. Must be a couple of tenths bigger than the last sphere. Is to align it, the holes that I've created through the poles, I can just come in with a punch and give it a little tappy tap. I'm using that 1 inch flat to make sure that I get up to the line, and when I get up to the line I'm just using that to centre it. I can either lever that out a bit to tilt it one way, twist it, or to manipulate it basically until I've hit that line now almost perfectly. And I think this time I'll just give it one more little tap, I'll be right on the line. As I say, I'll have to adjust this chuck a little bit. That's quite convenient way of getting it accurate. Right, I'm pretty well on the line. I'm a line's width off the line on one side. It's good enough. Now I'm going to give it one more tiny tap. Why not be precise? So I can see I've got a little bit to come this way, so I want to be able to see this. There we go. Tiny taps, obviously, don't be hammering it. you'll knock it too far and end up in a worse position. And that is pretty well there. Yeah, that's it. Now I'll get a skew and just come in and mark my centre. We're ready for drilling. That's not a skew. Oops, dropping shit again. I've got too much stuff out under here. That's a nice centre. I'm going to put some stuff away. So now I'm going to drill that to 19 and I'm going to do exactly... Oh, yeah, I'm going to drill it to 19, then flatten off on my other line, which is the line that gives me the face. This line's just a temporary, just to drill. So I'll do that. I'll do all 10 and then I'll come back again.